that we have 4 pieces of these. Yes, we have 4 of them. And they are hopefully alike. What we are going to do next is to make an M20 fine thread in this portion. This one is for the wrench. It will be shaped to a rectangular form, so that you can rotate it with a wrench. And then this one we don't do anything about that. But here this one will be M20 fine. This means 1 millimeter pitch. For every revolution 1 millimeter advance. And then the tool we are going to use to make these threads, it will be single point threading in a lathe, and this one is a tool I have made myself. It has 2 sides. That one is for inside threads, that one is for outside threads. And this is made by silver soldering carbide inserts and then grinding them to the correct geometry. Works like a dream. And well, I don't like the inserts. They are really... You need a specific holder for them. Not maybe for every, but I don't have that type of holders, and then when they break up, you are totally lost. With this one, you just, if it chips, you can regrind it. Or if you are doing softer materials, you can also do this from high-speed steel, and that one is even easier to grind. The 30-degree angles needed are not that hard to do. Even by hand you can do those. Okay. So the next step will be setting up the compound in the lathe. That's well, it's easier than you believe. Okay, let's go on with that one. And now, dealing with this 30-degree business. It's not that accurate. They say that it should be 29.5 degrees. No. It should be a hair under 30 degrees. That's the point. Not over 30 degrees. It could be exactly 30, but that's very hard to achieve. But it can be under. It could be also be like straight like that. There are people who are threading without a compound, and they use but their lathes are very rigid. This compound business is just to avoid chatter, and this chatter is so that the threading tool is cutting only on one edge. It is actually cutting on both edges, but that's a business I'm not going to deal here now. Okay, so how to set this to 30 degrees or near that one? So I use this fishtail, and I put it one of the edges. You can see there, you can read 30 degrees. You put it here, one of these edges, and then what I do, I will align it until this is straight. Then I have been wise, okay, a little bit preemptive. So I have a marking here. This is exactly 30, so we make it a hair under. there you are. It's nothing more complicated. That's the correct way to set up it. Just don't make it over 30. That's really bad. Then you are getting strange results. Really strange. Okay. And now, then setting the insert into the tool into this one. Well, we are cutting from this side to that direction, so I want it to be on this side. So, well, I have conveniently located this at this side. So now I can put it directly into this edge. Hopefully I can put. Oh, yeah. And now there will be some issues with this handle. Hopefully not. Okay. And now you have to, yeah, it will be there. Okay. We don't need to put it there yet. Next thing is to straighten this, the tool post. So, in my case, because I have ground this myself, this is, when you put it into this tool holder, it will be straight. But you need to adjust this one, and this is best done by, I just align it with the, oh wait a minute, I need to unlock this one. Okay, there you are. Hopefully, yes. And now I just push it against the jaws and wiggle it a little bit. And there you are. Now it's straight enough. Well, and now we can put this tool here. Oh, that's bad. We need to choose another. This is not good, so we need to choose another. Then it goes that side. This is always a little bit. Now it should be. Okay, now it's not on the way. Well, is it? Let's see. This is problematic. Can I? Always a pleasure. Is this better? Then it's coming around here. I can lift this. Okay. That's probably the correct position. Okay. One more time, boys. Setting these up is always a little bit in a lathe like this, which doesn't have. My tailstock is really short, under 5 centimeters. Okay, so I will set this up now and come back to you when I'm starting the threading. Well, I finally got this correct way. Okay. There is the threading tool, and then when we move this around, we should be at this point, and then we should have some spare. And this one barely misses that one, very good. And then the most dangerous part is here under. If I go too far like this, there will be, no, not yet, this kind of bang we don't need. But I have that much of things there. The next thing will be, now that this setup is correct, we need to do the gear changes. Well, for that one we go to the back side of the lathe. There is a nut here, a screw. Okay, we open, and there you have. I keep the needed tools here. Yeah, and then I have a chart here which states, let me see, this is 1 millimeter per revolution. So we need 160 teeth here, 120 teeth here, and 145 teeth here. I'll get those now. Okay, now let's put this thing together. We have here all the components we need. We have we should have 160 teeth gear, it's here. Then we should have 120 teeth gear, it is here. And then finally 145 teeth gear, it is here. Then we need, because we are reusing the 120 teeth gear, we are having one gear just for as a spacer. Then we have these spacers, and let's go on with that one. So this one, now let's see, I will position the key up so it doesn't fall. Now where do we have the key? It should be here somewhere. Oh, it's so easy to lose these components. It's really easy. Oh, size. Ah, there you are. Tiny little gear, key. So it goes there. Then that one should be the 60 teeth. Okay, let's put that there. And then we need a spacer. It was this one. Okay, and a bolt. Well, these don't need a lot of force. Well, I probably will make wing nuts or similar for these, so you don't need any tools. Now you need 4 different tools to make this happen. Okay, the next one will be, so this is facing the 120 teeth gear. We use this one, so this will go under there, and then this will go here. Oh yeah, there is this business with with that one. Okay, I let it rotate freely at the moment. And then this one, we should have the, what does the table say? 45 teeth gear. Where is it? 45. Okay. 45 shall it be. There you go. And then this one needs 2 spacers and that one and that one. There you are. Which tool? Okay, there you are. It's there now. And then we use this adjustment to make them mesh to loose. It's probably the correct now. Okay, I'll tighten that one. Okay, and now we need a spacer here and one more spacer, and now this teeth will be used as a spacer. Then we need that one, and then just go and tighten this one here. And now different tool, really different tool. Okay, there you are. And now we need to mesh these two. Let's put this on. They are not meshing good. There you are, maybe. I really hate this process. Let's see. Okay. I tighten it there. Let's see how it does. And now I put this on low gear. So we can see that everything is tight. It doesn't need to be too tight, but it doesn't hurt if these don't come loose by themselves. Okay, then we test it a little bit. See that there are no feeds. Let's put it to a gear which doesn't make a lot of sound. Sounds good. Okay. Then some lubrication. Okay. And this one will be lubricating that. There. Okay. And now wipe the excess away. Back with the tools. And well, let's go close the gasket. The relative have seen the patient. There you are. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll. Well, I have now set up the gears for 1 millimeter pitch, and then I have checked that we have enough clearance for our movement. Yes, we do. And now I need to start threading. I will be using something like 200 revolutions per minute. This should be more than it's more than usually, but we have a lot of space here for we have a lot of time to stop. And there is furthermore, we can use the nut. We can disconnect the nuts because this lathe has a 3 millimeter pitch on the lead screw. This means that I can disconnect the nut whenever I want and reconnect it whenever I want and still get the correct threading. So, let's start the machine. And now I want to touch. I need to touch. Let's see if this is tight. This should be tight, yeah, okay. There we touch. Okay, now we have touched, so I mark a 0 here. So I can back up and come back to the 0 here. Okay. Well, I made a mistake already. This should be somewhere so that I can use it. Now, let's touch again. This is really long now. Okay, please touch. Now it's touching. Okay. Now I have to reset this again to 0. There it is. And now we make a scratch pass. And this is now back to 0. And just a hair from here. I want to have this a little bit tighter. Okay. Now I can, let's do a scratch pass. And get it away. Stop. And now I have here already selected the 1.0 millimeter thread gauge. I'm checking it here now. And it's just perfect. Okay. Then we do our first real pass here. Let's put something like that in there. Put some juice on that one. And now let's do the first pass. Let's see what happens. Well, looks like it's threading just fine. The nice thing is that when we have so much room to stop this, so we can use a little bit more speed. This one makes the threads nicer. there you are. And now back up. Go here. Somewhere. Then put this back to 0. And a little bit more of this stuff there. Now we take a little bit more. And there you go. Okay, back it up, back here, back to 0. Let's see how it looks. We still have a few passes to go. More choice. And now let's take smaller steps. It's quite simple actually. In case I make a bozo here, or the bozo visits us, we have 2 cameras and a dedicated audio system to record my cursing. So back. Yeah, back to 0. Now let's look how we are doing here. You know, this doesn't need a lot, but let's take just a hair more. A spring pass, so to say. So we have this nut. We can test this. I will test this after this pass, because this thread is only 0.5 millimeter deep, and I think we are quite near already. Back this up, back to 0, back this up, go there. I want to test this. There is the nut. It's tight, so a few passes more. Back to 0. Hopefully it is. And then just a hair more. And a little bit more choice. hopefully it's on the zero, because this zero thing you can make two types of mistakes. One, turn too much, that's really bad. One, turn too little, well, that's okay, because you can always turn more. Well, this time it was okay. Well, we are taking really small chips this time. Back. There. No. Here more. Juice. Let's go. And I will test it after this one. Let's see how it tastes. Well, I could leave the nut here, but no. It's trying to start, but it's still quite tight. Trying to start, yeah. Okay. And you must be really careful with this one so that you don't knock it off when you put this back. You don't want that. Okay, back it up. Back to zero. Is it? Yeah. And then a hair more. Juice. I hate this. Out of focus, out of focus. Now we are talking. Yeah, the other camera was out of focus. Okay. I will need to redo some of these clips. Okay. This should be our final pass, I think. At least it's now taking quite a big, heavy chip. Hopefully that camera did catch retract, stop, try again with the nut. There you are. Yeah. Let's see if it goes all the way. It's a little bit tight. At that point starts to be tight. Why? I really don't know. Let's try the other way around. I think this thread will be just fine when we, yeah, it goes. There was some burr probably. I think the first one is now finished. So this was how we make threads in a lathe. I will do the rest 3 off the camera. No bozo this time. Okay. Well, this screw and 2 other screws. Everything was nice halfway through. Then, out of the blue, it started to become tight. And now it's really tight. Okay, but it's almost there, yeah. Some special tooling is required to get this well, screwed in. Yeah. First of all, like that. This is not enough. We need extension. And then we go. I suspect that the reason for this is that the thread is not straight. There might be a little bit wiggling, not in the bolt, but in the thread inside this one, because I made these manual. One of these was really nice, no trouble at all the way through by fingers. This one and the other 2 ones are, one was not so tight and one is not, I don't know yet how tight that becomes. Okay, one thing is now sure, these don't move by themselves. Once you get these adjusted, they will stay there. At least that's a positive side of this. Let's see how much there is play. About 5 millimeters. Means 5 turns of this screw. Well, this tire wrench is really good. Oh. Yeah, it's there. Yoo-hoo! Done. One more to go. It means I have to lift it a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's see. Just a little bit more. So what I have done, this milling machine is now standing on 3 feet. Okay, now if I turn it around, let's see if we get the same result, if this is calibrated. Okay, it's 1 point that direction. It's still 1 point that direction, so I need to lower it down just a little bit. So you see it's quite in the middle. Then we turn it like this and see what happens from this direction. Okay. Well, it's you know, this is so that it should be really irrelevant whichever direction you look into it. Yeah. Okay. But if you as much as lean on this machine, this will move. Okay. So let's not lean on the machine. Okay, so this puts end to the food mission in this milling machine. Now I can concentrate on cleaning up the business end. I will start from the spindle. There was actually wrong lubricant, it was grease in there, so I put more grease there. I have to take it all away. It must be oil. Okay, that will be the next episode, so see you!